We'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Roll call.
Do we want to vote to make you the secretary?
Vote to make me clerk first, or roll call?
Do that. I'll vote to make you clerk first.
I'll put a motion on the table to make Jason Mattern the secretary today.
Second.
So roll call. Councilman Merriman?
Here.
Councilman Mattern? It was yay. It was yay.
Yay.
It was a yay for to make me, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Dr. Scarpone?
Yay.
DeStefano, Carmen
Yay.
DeStefano, and Councilwoman Dameron. Okay,
All right.
one down.
Now,
One
roll
down.
call.
Jason is the
Now,
clerk.
roll call.
So now we will move forward with roll call, please.
Roll call. Bob Merriman.
Here.
Jason Mattern here. Penny Scarpone.
Present.
Jake Lynn.
Present.
Mike Petrella.
Present.
Jessica Segi.
Present.
Carmen DeStefano. Gail Dameron.
There.
Will everyone please stand for a moment of silence in the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Council, I would need a motion to approve our minutes from our last council meeting, September 18th, 2025.
Motion to approve the minutes?
Second.
Bob Merriman.
Yay.
Jason Mattern, yay. Councilwoman Scarpone.
Yay.
Councilman DeStefano.
Yay.
Councilwoman Gail Dameron.
Yay.
All right, moving right along. Is there anyone wishing to appear before council this evening? All right. We will turn it over to our solicitor, Mr. Lynn, for our ordinances and resolutions.
Second is is resolution number 2025-37, a resolution to declare there is no vacation fee as it relates to water rates within the village of Wintersville. This is a second read.
Do we need to have the third read tonight?
You could suspend the rules and have it tonight if you chose to. It wouldn't, you could do that. You wouldn't pass as an emergency, but it could pass tonight.
I'll put forth the motion to suspend the rules and, on Resolution 2025-37.
Second.
Bob Merriman, suspend the rules.
Yay.
I'll suspend the rules, yay.
Yay.
Councilman Scarpone, Councilman DeStefano, Councilman Dameron.
Yay.
So, motion to approve Resolution 2025-37. That's it.
Second.
There you go. All right, Bob Merriman,
Yay.
Councilman Mattern, yay. Councilman Scarpone,
Yay.
Councilman DeStefano.
Yay.
Councilwoman Dameron.
Yay.
All right.
I like it.
I like it.
Next is
Clear.
ordinance number 2025-38. An ordinance authorizing the village administrator to dispose of personal property of the village of Wintersville, Ohio, to wit, a 2006 Ford Crown Victoria, VIN number 2FAHP71W26X13358, a 2011 Ford Crown Victoria, VIN number 2FABP7BV8BX21858, and a Cummins diesel generator, model number 6AT3-4-G1, serial number 531-26765, and declaring an emergency.
Motion to suspend the rules on ordinance 2025-38.
Second.
Bob Merriman,
Yay.
Councilman Mattern, yay. Councilwoman Scarpone.
Yay.
Councilman DeStefano.
Yay.
Councilwoman Dameron.
Yay.
Do you have to read it twice now?
No, you just suspended the rules. requiring that. Yep,
Yeah, that
you're
was
good.
it. So
Yep.
now we're good to approve it. Motion to approve ordinance 2025-38.
Second.
Bob Merriman,
Yay.
Jason Mattern, yay. Councilwoman Scarpone.
Yay.
Councilman DeStefano.
Yay.
Councilwoman Dameron.
Yay.
And last is resolution number 2025-39, a resolution stating the Village of Wintersville by and through its Village Council hereby proclaims its support for the Women in Action Against Cancer Coalition and their mission. I believe the mayor would want this passed this evening, if council would approve that, because their ceremony is on October 15th.
Motion to suspend the rules on Resolution 2025-39.
Second.
Yay.
Councilman Merriman, Councilman Mattern, yay. Councilwoman Scarpone.
Yay.
Councilman
Yay.
DeStefano. Councilwoman Dameron.
Yay.
Motion to approve Resolution 2025-39.
Second.
Bob Merriman.
Yay.
Jason Mattern, yay. Councilwoman Scarpone.
Yay.
Councilman DeStefano.
Yay.
Councilwoman Dameron.
Yay.
Get
All right.
passed.
Thank you. All right, moving on to our announcements. Wintersville's Trick or Treat will be Thursday, October 30th from 5 to 7 p.m. Leaf pickup for the village will be the first 3 Mondays in November. If your trash is normally picked up on Tuesday, your leaf pickup is the first Monday, November 3rd. If your trash is usually picked up on Wednesday, your leaf pickup is Monday, November 10th. And if your trash is Thursday or Friday, your leaf pickup will be Monday, November 17th. All right. On to reports and communications. Next, we got the magistrate report for the month of September 2025. City revenue was $11,816.90. State revenue was $2,891.50. Other revenue was $115.50, bringing the total revenue $14,823.90. Police report for September of 2025, we had 178 complaints, 101 traffic arrests, 1 criminal arrest, 28 accidents, 16 cases, 11 alarm calls, 22 juvenile cases, 6 nuisance, 294 incoming calls, 5 parking violations, 3 vehicle impounds, 3 K-9 requests, 13 auxiliary hours. Code enforcement for September of 2025, we had 9 licenses for $675, 11 permits for $586, bring the grand total to $1,261. Next, Mr. Lockhart is not here tonight. Charlene?
Good evening, Mayor, council members. Short report. Year-to-date for Still Valley, as of now, Wintersville passengers for back and forth trips, they're at 17,733. Bus wash, pressure wash system, electric and water connections have been installed by Still Valley Maintenance Department. The final installation by Diamond Specialized is expected within the next few weeks. Still Valley remains on the waiting list for the electric fare boxes. And that's all I have for right now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Charlene. All right, next up, Mayor's report. I will keep it short tonight. First off, we want to keep Randy in our prayers. He lost his mother this week. That's why he's not here tonight. Just so everyone knows, Ice Cream Island, they have announced an opening date. It will be October 20th at the former Kings. Council, I'll be sending out an email. We're going to do a ribbon cutting sometime after they actually get open. Caitlin wants a little time. She knows it's going to probably be pretty hectic when she first opens. So we'll probably do a ribbon cutting either the week after that or maybe early November with her. As you can see, if you go to the dog park or on the news, we have partnered with the Steubenville and Jefferson County Library to do a story walk the entire month of October. You can bring your dog, you can bring your kids. The story is located on the fence outside of the park, of course. And if you do bring your canine friend, you are more than welcome to go to the Steubenville branch of the library, at the one near the mall, the Shapa Library, and you get a dog treat after you visit the park here. One other announcement, I've had calls already and multiple messages. The Christmas parade will be Sunday, December 7th at 4 p.m. It's always the Sunday after Thanksgiving. I should say the 2 Sundays after Thanksgiving, I guess to say. Lastly, I just want to thank Jesse and all of our workers everywhere, the police department, the ladies in the office, everybody at Public Works. Everybody's doing a lot of good stuff, getting stuff cleaned up, getting everything done. We're getting ready for winter, and we're going as quick as we can with wrapping up a lot of different projects all over the village. So thank you, guys. I will turn it over to Jesse for the administrator's report.
Thank you, Mayor. Couple things. So we completed the 21-foot section curb on Leonard Avenue that was broken. That's been done. The asphalt around it has been completed as well from the street department. As I said, there was over 40 tons of asphalt patchwork done this past couple weeks. I haven't got a total price on what we paid in asphalt versus what we would have paid if we had Barktoberfest down here. Barktoberfest is hopefully going to be here within 2 weeks. They can finish up the areas that we have done, which is the areas on Woodland Park, Day Circle, Rex Avenue, Old Main, Well Day by the Marathon and Coffee Shop. There was a couple other places. This stuff, we just didn't have the equipment to do it at this time. But hopefully in the future, we will have equipment like that. The guardrail at the 500 block, Borough County Court it started to getting repaired. D&L Contracting is doing that, Carl Rose. That will be reimbursed through State Farm. The guardrail on Church Street, I'm waiting for the engineer to get back to me. They might have some guardrail that we could have that will save a lot of money for that cost. I will let you know on that. Water and sewer departments, the section of driveway from that water break we had back in June, 105 Dan Lynn is completed. The asphalt at the edge has been completed, so everybody's happy. That's been taken care of. We had a unique situation in the sewer department. One of our forced mains was clogged, which Teddy explained to me it's a rarity. He's never had a forced main clog before. Kenny Donnelly, who's been here over 20 years in his career, has never had it. Talked with Jimmy Jenkins, talked with Cooper from Fort Stew Maintenance. He had it one time. It's a very rare thing, but it happened. Robinson came in, couldn't touch it. So we had Roto-Rooter come in, and they got it done, which ultimately now, saved us a bunch of money on that. They got it done. They had the tools to do it. So that was behind Huntington Bank. That's been completed. Teddy's been working down on Eakey Street. There were pump issues that we've had. That's been taken care of. Electrical issues has been redone as well. That's been taken care of. In relation to Eakey Street, Bodo surveying, I don't know if I said it's the last council meeting, but they are going to do the complete survey of Eakey Street lift station. This was, I believe, on 22nd of September, gave the okay. It'll take up to 5 weeks to get done. They have all the information. They have my contact info. They have Jake Lynn's contact info if they have questions or anything. And as soon as that's done, we'll get the plat, and I will let you know. Now, the OPWC application is due on the 24th. I talked with Katie from Quicksall. This round of funding is a little bit less than what it was last, and she explained to me because the OPWC on the last round gave out a lot of money in loans. So to be competitive, we may want to scale back, which actually is not a bad thing for us. If we scale back and do Alice Land, Karen, Dana Lynn, and Susan, which are the two roads, the four roads that actually connect to each other separately, and hold off on Parkview, hold off on McConnell and Terrace at a later time, which is fine. What we can do, we'll save about $1.4 million. Karen is one of our top four places that need done. So is Dana Lynn. Well, if you're going to do 700 feet of Dana Lynn, Susan's right there. All right, we'll take care of that because it's all interconnected. I want to make sure council's okay with that. I mean, it's going to save us about approximately $1.4 million. So instead of 2.6 or whatever, we'll be down to like 1.3. This is approximate. And we can submit the application. It's very competitive this time because of not a lot of loan money. That will also save us on our local share. Hold on a second. Cass Road, local share. But I just want to make sure that, it doesn't matter if we're going to do paving or water. It's, at the end of the day, this will save us money, and this will keep us, in contention. Let's say that we don't get it for OPWC, we would fall into small government as we did with Caddis Road. But if you guys have questions about that, that's fine. I just want to let you know if you guys are okay with that. We're saving money, but we are getting the two roads that really need it, like our top two.
So on the water project, Dana Lynn, Susan, Allison, and Karen's going to be a go.
Yes.
And then we'll push back McConnell, Parkview, and
Correct.
Terrace.
They're, which is actually a good thing because their roads are okay, and water breaks is very minimum on that. But then we can start. As we talked about before, we can adjust the paving and everything, so that will all be taken care of. And I did send out the updating the road inventory because there was roads that weren't in there. So, like I said, we can move that around. But I think it's still we proceed with it.
Did you have any concerns about, last meeting you had some concerns about if you only did part of it, it would back up some pressures and stress the other lines.
Right.
Those problems are still.
Absolutely. And I talked to Teddy, and as far apart as they are, I think we'll be okay. And I mean, it's just something we have to do because we have the top two roads out of the four areas in the village that need it the most. And if we're going to do Karen, it connects right to Alice Land, and then that's another 800 feet or whatever. I mean, we're there. We can get it done and then move on.
Nope, I understand. I'm all for it.
Okay, thank you. Couple things else. Tomorrow, the Christian school, they're going to send a couple kids here to the village. They're doing community service, so they're out and about in the community. They're going to send 4 ninth graders with a chaperone. We're going to get the records room, start to get it tore out for our records retention program and audit, so they're going to help out, clean some stuff up upstairs. Of the one rain that we had last week, I think the day before, Cal Crew fixed the roof. It was done. We had that hard rain, no leaks. So I can move the table in, get things ready to roll, finish that room, and it'll be done. So it got done the day before it actually rained out of the 3 months we didn't have rain. So that's good. So I got a call today. Tina and Jen got a call today from a resident on Garden Drive. I'm not going to mention his name. Very nice guy. Called and says, "Hey, I didn't get my water bill." I said, "Well, here we go. Here we go." The guy was really nice. So him and 2 other residents took it upon themselves to do the right thing. They went to the Steubenville Post Office and they filed a complaint. As I'm talking to the gentleman on the phone, I called him back. I wanted to thank him for, hey, appreciate you treated the girls with respect. He wasn't mad. He's like, so they all went down to the post office and said, hey, we didn't get our bills. She goes through her stacks of bills, and wouldn't you know, his bill's there, undeliverable, from 2 months ago. This is the ones, I think, at the last council meeting, I says I went out and checked. There was Garden Drive, Dana Lynn, Selma, Rex Avenue. Everybody had a mailbox. The mailboxes were up and everything was fine. So I told him, I says, I have your mailbox. I says, I have your bill right here. I says, it was undeliverable. He says, I've never had a problem. So I told him, thank you for treating the girls with respect. I says, thank you for taking it upon yourself to go to the post office and file a complaint, which he did, and 2 other residents did. I said, I'll give you, I will give you a little shout out. He said, but I won't tell anybody who you are. And he's like, okay. And he was very respectful, very nice. And I overly appreciated the way he treated the girls, really. People have been treating Tammy, Jen, and Tina with respect. I mean, because it was pretty bad. It's pretty bad when one of them is crying, because it's not the end of the world thing. It's a water bill. And that upsets me. So thank you very much for being nice. We're getting this done. On another positive note, so if everything goes correctly, we'll be going to the new billing system the week after. It'll be the 20th is water bill due date, the 21st, if everything goes correct, which is good. That's our goal. The rest of the meters are getting put in slowly. We are, I was helping the guys last night and today, the plumbers. We're getting things synced up. That's good. And what I did today we have a pay-by-phone telephone number that you can call. It's all automated. You don't have to talk to anybody. So I did it today. I called the number, which is 740-265-3822. It's 740-265-3822. You call. It prompts you. You put your account number in. You pay by credit card. It's still a processing fee like everything else. I made the call, paid my bill, had a confirmation number in exactly 3 minutes. Done. It worked. I paid my bill today, no problems. So we're going to release that phone number. So you don't have to call and talk to us. You could just call. And when you get your bill, because I got my bill today because they sent bills out today. They don't send mine. They just give it to me. It saves a stamp. So it's all taken. That's good. So we're in the right direction. We're very happy because we're getting down to the wire. I think that's a big, gigantic plus for us. Also on Caddis Road, with the whole project going on, I've been talking to a gentleman from ODOT who was trying to get us more local or more funding to offset our local match. His name is Fred Vogel. Fred Vogel is from here. I believe he said his dad helped build the drive-in. I've been working with him for the past year. He had a meeting with ODOT. He works for ODOT, so he had a meeting with Columbus to try to get us a little bit more grant money, because it's a big project, and he's been working at it. I've had meetings with him. He's come to my office. I've gone to New Philly. We've gone to Quicksall, and he's been working at it. So I will let you know if we, something to help offset any more local match. He's working at it. So that's a good positive thing as well. That's pretty much all I have right now. If anybody has any questions, AT&T, we started putting in the new internet. Jason was running some running some internet line. We have new internet here in the village building. It's going to be out at the lift stations as well in different areas. Helped him the other night. We ran some wire. We're going to be compliant with leads. All our firewalls been updated. We found an issue with the one camera at the old Respecs intersection where it's not working correctly. Well, there was some mice that got into the fiber optics and chewed through it. It's not a horrible fix, or it's not a real expensive, but it could be. So we will get some mice poison or whatever to put in those boxes, because if they chew through a whole system, that's $100,000 right off the bat for an intersection. So we contacted a couple people for quotes for fiber optics repair. So that will be done here. Jason will have a price probably in the next couple of days. That's all I have.
All right. Thank you, Jesse. Moving on to unfinished business.
I have one, the water tap from the beginning of the curb to the training facility for the Wintersville Fire Department. Is there any update when they're going to do that?
That's on hold right now.
Yeah, that's definitely on
Okay.
hold.
I'm going to have to call when somebody asks me about that, and I'm going to ask.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Anybody else? All right, moving on to new business.
Just wanted to remind everybody that the beautification committee is doing the second annual Barktoberfest at the dog park from 1 to 3 this Sunday. We'll have the bike suit dedication, hopefully the demonstration. We'll have costume contest, food trucks, the doggy trunk or treat. And also Saturday morning, I have 19 new banners, well, one replacement banner, 19 new banners going up in town. Is that all set up with you, Lou? Saturday morning? Yeah. 8 o'clock.
Do you have GB Rice's on there?
Yes.
Okay.
All 3 of them, yes.
I had a couple things. Jesse, I see we pay Rose Pest Solutions probably for some work around here. Is that where you got the idea for them traps or anything? Have you reached out to them at all for that little?
I haven't reached out. Somebody, the person who gave the quote suggested we do that. If it's something that they can do or we can do to save money, I mean, we could just put whatever we need to put.
Internally, yeah.
Yeah, we could do that internally.
If you are paving or patching up, right in front of 105 Meadow, that driveway, there's a pretty good ankle breaker there.
Okay.
Right in front of 105. As I was leaving the house this morning, Columbia Gas was going up and down Meadow Road, and the Columbia Gas guy's Andrew Green, Crusader from Catholic Central. Anyway, I told him we might be getting a little paving over there soon, and he gave me the name, which I gave to Jesse, which would be a contact. Just to update, in talking to Andrew, he said he thought it was really solid back there. He was just doing a check for leaks or high pressures or whatever, just routine. But he says it's pretty stable over there. If they do have anything, it would be something that they would have to look into. It doesn't seem anything obvious at this point in time, but you got the contact for that. The cancer awareness thing, very good idea to go here and support that. I know whenever I know somebody passes away with cancer or a family member, I always donate $50, $100 to the Stephanie Spielman Cancer Center up at Ohio State University, and all goes to a good cause. So, support cancer research whenever you can. Do you have any update? I want to thank Jesse, too, on taking a phone call or email of mine about 118 Terra Manor. Did you have a chance to look at that? You have an update or anything on
I
that?
do not have an update, but I have it to look at, yes.
That's fine. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Jesse.
I have one more. There's a concerned citizen called about people running red lights at Cohen and Kroger's. He said if you put an unmarked car, you make a fortune. Because people run into red lights all the time.
We'll relay that to our chief.
Kroger's and Cohen, I'm sorry.
Anybody else for new business? All right. Everyone get a chance to review the bills?
I'll make a motion, to pay bills.
Second.
Bob Merriman,
Yay.
Councilman Mattern, yay. Councilwoman Scarpone,
Yay.
Councilman DeStefano.
Yay.
Councilwoman Dameron,
Yay.
Need a motion to adjourn.
so moved.
Second.
Councilman Merriman,
Yay.
Councilman Mattern, yay. Councilwoman Scarpone,
Yay.
Councilman DeStefano.
Yay.
Councilwoman Dameron,
Yay.
thank you.
Randy might
Thank
lose his job. You did very well tonight, Jason, very quickly.
Under pressure, under pressure.
This meeting is adjourned. Our next meeting will be Thursday, October 16th, 2025 at 7 PM. Thank you.